So I forgot to do a joke last week.
Did.
So I have a joke for this week. I'm not going to do two jokes because then it's just this weird balance where I'm trying to remember like deficits and things like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But here we go. Here's your joke for the week, everyone. If a ninja has five apples and he gives one to Jim and one to Sally, how many apples does he have left?
How many?
Five and two dead bodies.
Reserve seating starts right now.
So, uh, Adam, thank you for joining us for
It
American
is
The
Ninja
always
guest
a
this
2.
week
pleasure.
is Adam Thoss.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah,
everyone. How's it
yeah,
going?
we were like, we know that I guess the audience demands that we do American Ninja 2.
30,000 audience members demanded that Adam Thoss return for our discussion of American Ninja 2.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
How does
So,
it feel to be the man responsible for the highest number of views in all of
I,
reserve seating history?
I would say it's my stunning good looks, but I'm with you two gentlemen. So I don't know if that's what it
Ah,
is.
come
I don't
on.
know what it is.
I don't know. I think that Thas has some kind of like a soldier contingent that he takes with him because our review of Soldier also got over 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Adam Thas is the reserve seating version of Folds of Honor for So we are here to talk about American Ninja 2, The Confrontation.
Yes.
And this is an interesting movie. It's was originally I read supposed to be the Michael Dudikoff character and Steve James character decide to open up like a ninja school in like a metro area that's kind of like run down, and that seems much more like a canon type
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But for some reason, maybe because of by canon standards, like the runaway success of American Ninja, they decided to go to South Africa, but depict it as a Caribbean island and have ninjas attack what could be uh, an army base. It could be like an embassy. It could be a resort. Like I don't know what's
It's a
going on.
it's
I,
one of those combination marine base all-inclusive resort packages that you see.
it's the sandals of
Yeah,
army bases.
yeah,
Yeah.
So many questions.
yeah.
What? Because this is not the first time I've seen this movie, but
Okay.
rewatching it, I was like, I so it was shot in South Africa.
Mhm.
I had
Yeah.
to look that up. I was like, okay, where was it shot?
Yeah.
But like, he gets off the plane and there's Caribbean music, and I'm like, but that dude's Asian, and that's a bunch of white dudes. Like, where are we right
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting. Like there's a scene in the middle of the movie where Michael Dudikoff is talking to the daughter of a kidnapped scientist, and she's doing the exposition dump. And the more she went on, I was like, oh, they're doing this like completely straight faced, and I give them so much credit for it.
Uh-huh.
This her scientist father was looking for a cure for cancer, apparently found it, and then he was co-opted by a drug lord to turn the same genetic data or cure or
yeah.
something into breeding a legion of super ninjas.
To
Yep.
protect their drug sort, because there's too much variability in like the supply chain for like how drugs get from farm to table, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so the ninjas, correct me if I'm wrong here, Adam, as a Thas, as an expert on the movie, you've seen it twice. Uh,
Yeah.
the idea is that the ninjas protect the supply chain. Is that
I think they protect the supply chain and they just clean any riffraff up,
got
you
it?
know?
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, good.
Yeah.
But the next time you guys do one of these explanations of a plot,
Yeah.
especially when it's American Ninja or something, can you guys make sure that you guys have some slow piano behind you? I feel like that really is just the cherry on top of the
Oh my
exhibition
goodness.
exhibition dump.
Yeah. And I like that Joe Armstrong and Curtis Jackson, played by Michael Dudikoff and Steve James, are Army Rangers, but also basically just cops. They're
Yeah.
basically just detectives because that's what Army Rangers do, is that they're like NCIS.
Much much
They're
is
the
made much is made of them being Army, then specifically Army Rangers, and then specifically not Marines
yeah.
until the
Yeah.
And
end.
we don't want to offend the Marines in the group.
Right. Yeah.
We got to make sure we talk about this.
Yeah. I mean, we're all here to watch an American Ninja movie for the action.
Right.
I
Mhm.
I want to have a canon action conversation
Yes.
because canon action is charming, but I would never say that it's like as good of set pieces, whether they be in ambition or fight choreography, as almost like any other type of action movie. Am I off on that? Like, like, do canon fans, or you guys, if you are canon fans, like, what is the appeal? Because for me, I'm always like super excited about a canon movie for like 20 minutes. And
Right.
then when reality sets in that I'm just like, oh, they can't quite reach where I want them to reach. Like I feel like I'm kind of just waiting out the remaining 80 minutes.
Yeah, there's this weirdness to the canon fight scenes where like they're great. And like, I mean, there's that first fight scene, or not the first fight scene, but there's that fight scene on the beach
Yeah.
that they're like going the rocks and like the ninjas are climbing on top of each
Ninjas
other.
on
I'm
the
like,
beach.
Mhm.
yeah, like, I was like, this is great. This is great. I mean,
They
I'm
run in
cool.
like the kids from Weapons. They all run
Yeah,
up to the beach like this.
but there's this speed to
Yeah.
like a canon fight scene that it's just not full speed. It's like just a hair,
Mhm.
little bit from full speed, and you're just like, well, that didn't seem very urgent when he swung that sword.
It's good enough filmmaking, which is like in the sense that they get a take and they're like, good enough, moving on. Like it's I like watching canon action. Like to speak to Adam Risky, your point earlier about like you getting excited about canon action. Like I'll get excited about like a Death Wish 3 where I get to see like, a rocket launcher blow up a house or something that was still slated for demolition anyway, so the producers are able to just do what they wanted to this whole square block of, whatever. Um the more nuanced, more balletic type action, the swords and the arrows and the all the,
Mhm.
darts and all that stuff, that's when you really start to see the magic of the low budget, like, oh, the guy's got the prop attached to his head. He bends out of frame, and then he goes, oh, like this,
Yeah.
or there's the parrying and the thrusting where at several points in the movie you'll see the guy parry and wait
Yeah,
because the
right.
other guy's
There's like
behind him. And he gives him a second, he waits for him, and then the other. Well, it's just little beats like that where you're not getting John Wick quality action. You're getting like they rehearsed this a couple times. Like these
Mhm.
guys are, they've got their moves and they know what they're doing and they're rehearsing it, but maybe they didn't quite have time for takes 3 through 5, and they went with take two.
there like just like Soldier. I think when we were doing the Soldier episode, I had mentioned that like the screenplay might have been 50 pages.
Right.
And
Mhm.
I'm going to say the same thing with this one. I feel like with some of these action sequences, they wrote in there, Dudikoff
They fight.
gets attacked by a bunch of ninjas, and
Yeah.
then they just kind of made it up as
Yeah.
they were going along. Like,
Mhm.
you jump over here, and then I want you to take this mask off, and I want you to shoot an arrow at him.
I'm trying to understand why American Ninja is the most watched reserve seating episode of all
It's
time.
like, guys, a peek behind the curtain. At least once a month, Adam will address this. He'll be like, "We need to figure this out. We need to figure out why this happened."
And to our credit, I think it's a good review. I
Sure.
was also listening to it to try to remember what I thought of the first American Ninja, and I'm kind of using that as counterpoint to comparing it to American Ninja 2. So in American Ninja, I was like, I don't get this Michael Dudikoff guy necessarily. Like, what is it about him that makes him special?
Mm.
And I think I could be wrong. I want to get your guys' take. I don't think one extra movie like helps him sort of get comfortable in the part of Joe Armstrong. I think like he's just Michael Dudikoff. Like he's a sentient action figure. And um I said like how much I like Steve James. I think he's also the MVP of this one. One
Sure.
thing that I think this movie's missing is I think there was like a cute love story between Judy Aronson and Michael Dudikoff in the first one, where she's like a bratty, preppy girl, and then she's slowly won over by Michael Dudikoff, and she's like on board with the boys by the end. And this one, I think they underwrite. They're trying to kind of do the same thing with the scientist's daughter, but it's a little bit
Yeah.
underwritten. She's not really given much of a character. And I
Yeah.
think she's the same girl at the end of the movie who just has like a new haircut, but she's his date. Is that right? Or did I get that wrong?
That's how
I
I
don't
read
know.
it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So, Thas and Rob, comparing American Ninja 2 to American Ninja, are we talking this is like Mortal Kombat to Mortal Kombat Annihilation, or are we talking like this is the House of a Thousand Corpses to Devil's Rejects, where like they really figured it out and they like made it work in the second one?
Adam.
I think that this is they did not figure it out in this one. This one, what I enjoy about this one, what I is they really do double down on the action. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you guys like ninjas? Oh, you like action? I'm gonna give you ninjas and action. But it's a GI Joe episode. Like
Right.
it's like Cobra's he's got a bunch of ninja super soldiers and we got to stop them. Like that's it. It's a 30-minute plot that they added a bunch of action to extend it to an hour and a half.
I will say a couple things that I found very charming about this movie. One, I like, and this speaks to an age of low budget filmmaking where even big budget movies won't do this now. There's a sequence where the ninjas, as you must when you're showing off your genetically modified ninjas, where the drug kingpin brings all his cronies to stand behind him on the platform and he introduces like, these are our new super ninjas, and he's like, watch what they can do, and they like do a whole demonstration. And if I can find the clip, I'll cut it in here. But like, there's a it just it keeps cutting back to the drug dealer being like, huh, look,
Right?
like, look, see, isn't this great? And it's just like it's so cool from a filmmaking perspective. It's so clear. Like, listen, we just need some B-roll to cut to. Like, the editor can cut to in between. Like, this guy does a flip and this guy does a spin with his sword. And I found that so charming. And then in the same sequence, that sort of battle pit sequence, where you've got rows and rows and rows of what I thought were real actors, like real people wearing ninja costumes. They were obviously were
Hmm.
before CGI. I don't think they were mannequins. I don't maybe they were mannequins, but regardless, if they were able to get 200 mannequins to do that, that's more crowd work than even your big budget Marvel movies do now, where they just go and they film six people and they copy and paste them all over in a crowd. They don't even bother with that anymore.
You almost took the words out of my mouth as far as like so I'm watching this with my daughter
Yeah.
who is 9.
And is also a ninja.
Yeah, she is. It's been a lot of money out of our pocket.
She's actually behind you right now. We just can't see her.
Yes. And I'm watching it with her, and she's so used to modern day like movies that there's a part where the truck runs into the gas station and blows up, and she goes, "Ugh, CGI, AI," and I go, "No, that was real." And
They
she's like,
blew up a truck.
"Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "This is before all that stuff, girl. They actually blew up a gas station." And she instantly was like, "Oh," like wanted to watch the rest of the movie. And it's like, see, practical effects. They're fun.
As much as I'm knocking this movie a little bit, like I looked in the Chicago Tribune for this movie's opening day, and it opened the same day as Creepshow 2, and they were both playing at the mall that Thas and I kind of grew up on. And I'm just like, I would give anything to go back in time with the two of you on a Friday night and do a Creepshow 2, American Ninja 2 double feature, and go to Just for Fun and the Pet Store and Walden Books and Garibaldi.
It was like a great night.
I want to apologize before we wrap up for my weird Miami Vice Manhunter lighting.
I like it.
I had a light bulb blew out, so
Oh.
like I needed to improvise. So I have like light sources coming from all different angles, and right now I have like the Tubi home screen or the Roku home screen
There you go.
like side lighting me.
Like
So I don't know.
it's like Manhunter. The great red dragon is gonna come through the window. And
I just wanted to think you had like a fish tank You had a
Yeah.
really intense fish tank over there.
So anything else on American Ninja 2, The Confrontation?
No, listen. Anybody who's listening to this, guys, if you watched American Ninja, if you were part of the ninja fervor of the
Yes.
'80s, if you like even just want to revisit it, guys, it was like $2 to rent this movie.
Yeah.
It was totally worth the $2 I spent to watch it.
And I texted Adam and Patrick this when I was watching it. We don't make movies about ninjas anymore. Why aren't we? Where are the ninja movies? We need to start making more movies about ninjas again.
It was
Yeah,
an
I mean,
intense relationship.
Yeah.
yeah, they captured the imagination of the world like for about a 10-year span from like mid 80s to mid 90s.
Yeah, man. They just gotta they just really they gotta bring like we don't need like the Avengers. Like, can we just be done? Like, put just ninjas. I just want rows and rows of ninjas. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Throwback. I believe Primero, Michael Primero, back in I think it was second or third grade, had a sweet ass ninja costume he went as for Halloween one year.
My
I think if
mom,
we ask him nicely, he can dig up the photo
does he
of
still
him.
have it?
Yeah.
My mom once made me a Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat costume. I remember having like the mask, and I thought I was hot shit.
There you
I still
go.
I still it's my I wear it to bed.
There you go. It helps your sleep apnea.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to breathe, but
I saw something on Facebook today where you can buy like a full replica of the Shredder costume from Ninja Turtles, and that's going to be like on auction soon. So I don't know, maybe we could pull I'll talk to Patrick. We could
yeah,
pull the
pull
Patreon
some
money
Patreon funds. Yeah,
and then just walk the streets and
yeah.
see what
It
happens.
could, it could be like the traveling pants. We can mail it to each other. We could all wear it for a day.
Well, thank you for joining us. We wouldn't want to talk about anything ninja or soldier, especially soldier
Oh,
related
especially
with
children.
you.
Listen, we can keep going. I've seen all of the American Ninja movies,
Oh,
man. Anytime you guys want to talk American Ninja, you want to talk that beautiful blue-eyed angel named Dudikoff, I will talk about him anytime you guys want.
So there's like four of them,
yeah,
right?
there's
Or
four, right?
are there more?
Yeah, I think there are four of them, and I believe four Dudikoff does not show up for like
He's not in three, I don't think either, because I think
yeah
I saw like on the little tile that they have like on YouTube for it to rent or watch as a free movie. They show Steve James, but it's like a new guy.
yeah. I can't remember if it's three or four. Dudikoff's in it, but like doesn't show up until the very very end.
I'll
Gotcha.
say this, Thas. You're welcome back to talk about American Ninja 3, but only if this video does at least 50,000 views.
Damn it, get on it, people, get on it.
So work your magic.
Gonna have to start throwing out the money.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you both. We will be back next week with part two of Operation Premiere, where we are going to watch A Kiss Before Dying and U-Turn as a double feature with Patrick Bromley. So until next time.
These ninjas are storming a beach for no real reason at all.
Blackbeard Island, everybody, get there.
Blackbeard Island.
It's a cool name for an island.
It is a cool name.